Oh, what's up?
Back at it again.
Same clothes, different podcast.
Yeah.
We're just doing this right after the last one. The last one was a poo show, but it's a day.
You got it.
You guys already watched that.
You
maybe.
get a little rusty.
If you didn't, you need to waste about 45 minutes of your life. Go for it. But this time, we're starting with our sponsor, Texas Craft. It is the best vodka out there.
They got different flavors.
This is not a joke. It is freaking delicious.
This is not a joke. We are sponsored.
Yeah, I wish. We will one day be sponsored. But this is the pickle flavor, and we only do shots with this.
Yeah. Also, 21 and older only, obviously.
I don't care what y'all do. They're not our kids. So I think it would be cool to kind of talk about, since we do have this here, our addictions. We do have addictions. Let go of the bottle. She was death grip on it. Tell me.
I like pickles.
I like pickles.
Sorry, the noises.
But yes, so
first of all, I'm addicted to this koozie. Shout out to Kristen. No, this is not me as a baby. This is one of my friends, Kristen. We went to her 30th birthday, and this is what we got.
You went to I didn't go.
Yeah.
Her friends went.
Yeah. So if you're looking, I'm just
nothing against her friends.
No,
it was a girls' trip.
Yeah.
Kinda. I guess some guys went, but girls' trip.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, and she was pregnant then.
And drinking?
No.
Oh.
But remember I was like, ew.
Yeah.
There was something in the air, and it was pregnancy.
There you go. So we do watch My Strange Addiction, and I think everybody has seen that show. They know. If you don't know, they just eat random stuff, do random things or whatever.
Car seats.
This one chick ate the foam out of all the car seats, out of her family's couches, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I've seen people drink gasoline.
Oh, not in real life.
No. On the show. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone with a strange addiction in real life that I could think of really off the top of my head. I don't know of anybody. But we do have our own addictions, and mine is 100%. I cannot stop myself. I cannot stop myself at all. And it is very, very bad to where I tell myself I shouldn't, but I keep doing it. And every time I just want to grab my phone and get on Facebook Market. I am addicted to Facebook Market. And people
I
always...
don't think it's as bad as it used to be.
Well, so it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it used to be. But people would always ask, how do you always find these deals? You're lucky. You always... And I'm like, no, I'm just on Facebook Market all the time looking at everything.
Yeah.
There's are times that I'm like pretty specific about, oh, we're building a fence. Let me look for fencing materials. Oh, I'm in the market for a truck. Let's look at this. But there are things that I'm like, if I buy this go-kart, we could take an old four-wheeler, take it apart, do this, and then we can buy this boat. And then we can buy, I'm just, everything on there that's a deal I want to get.
I guess it's more so buying things.
Well, but it's Facebook Market. I used to be addicted to Craigslist, and I would look at everything on Craigslist just to look at it.
What's the most interesting thing you've seen on Craigslist?
Oh, the want ads for people.
A want for people?
Yeah, you ever see
people sell?
Well, no, not they're not. Well, some of them are selling their bodies, but I don't know what it's called.
I was about to be like,
what?
For the big thing that was going around for a while. I love this. Okay.
Just say people
comment.
I don't.
Our kids are not for sale, obviously.
Oh, sound of freedom.
like
we didn't need a movie to tell us that there's trafficking.
Bad. Yes. That's what's so crazy. For a little bit there, just like everybody's like, yeah, our kids are not for sale.
No, you need to watch the movie because it tells you. Well, I already knew.
I know how awful that is.
We knew that. We've known that.
Yeah, I think that's common sense that our kids should not be for sale.
Yeah, we didn't need to watch a movie. Which, if you want, we're not bashing anybody who watched the movie. We're just making fun of people that were like, you gotta watch it because there's kids for sale. It's like, no shit.
Yeah,
that's been on the news forever. That's been happening forever.
It's not
forever.
It's not good.
No, not cool, man.
Not cool, man.
So I think you already know what I'm going to say your addiction is, especially lately.
I don't know.
You're on your phone all the time.
Oh, Sudoku.
If I was a jealous guy, I'd be like, why is she hiding her phone all the time?
I'm not hiding it.
Well, you're not hiding it, but you're always on your phone. I'm
Yeah.
like, why is she grabbing her phone and doing this? Why is she grabbing what? Every time I look at her, she's on her phone.
I have an up and like every time I start playing Sudoku, I get dialed in and that's like all I do. And
We'll be watching TV and then she'll just be like, and just start playing.
Yeah,
just
I don't know.
Everything.
I get dialed in for a little bit and then I won't play for like years.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like a month where I'm just nonstop playing.
But I feel like that's your addiction right now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done it that much. Like now I just do
That's what people with addictions say.
No, I just do
I could stop whenever I want. I just don't want to.
No, I just do the daily one and then that's it now.
Yeah. Another thing that we were kind of addicted to for a minute, we're really bad about like doing
Donuts.
things. Well, that too. We're really bad about doing things in like phases. We do it for a long time and then we're like, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Ours, and I'm bringing this up for a reason because I kind of want to do it. We would go to the movies and then we would buy the biggest thing there is of popcorn, and Danielle would have to tell me, you need to slow down. And I'm just and you're just like, you are just crunching over there. I mean, crunching.
No, like it's like you inhale it.
Yeah.
You get it and you're just inhaling it.
I can't eat popcorn fast enough.
Yeah. And like, I want to savor the flavor. But I'll find myself inhaling, but then I'm like, wait, just enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
With this most delicious. Okay, popcorn is the best snack.
Oh,
ever.
it is.
So
my buddy Austin, I've known him since we were children, and we grew up in South Texas. We moved to Dallas at roughly the same time, and then he moved to Colorado. That's who we hung out with for my birthday. We went up there and we hung out with him and stuff for a little bit, and he posted a thing on Facebook just the other day and was just like, I cannot believe DoorDash has movie theater snacks on DoorDash. Who would need to DoorDash movie theater snacks? And I said, you don't understand how many times we've gone to the movies to get popcorn, to bring it home, to leave with the popcorn.
I don't think that's a weird thing. Like you go to the movies, but you don't go see a movie. If you just
go in and get the snacks.
Okay, there's literally poppable popcorn at home that's called movie theater popcorn, and we all know.
But it's not the same, though.
It is not the same. So you just go, you walk into the concessions, you get the big thing of popcorn, and then you come home and you eat the movie theater popcorn. That's how you get it.
Yeah. The other day, I started looking up kind of what was in the movies and stuff. I was like, we haven't gone to the movies in a while.
We're both very big movie people.
Oh, I love videography, stuff like that, and we love behind the scenes stuff.
I just love the whole movie experience. It's definitely obviously at home it's great, but I don't know, movie theater itself,
something about it. For a long time,
it's magical. For
years, I would not go back to the movie theater because of the bad things that were happening back in the day. I don't want to say the word, but bad guys dress. Didn't he dress up as like the Joker or something? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Going in there and not being nice to people.
We were kind of.
Oh yeah.
We had like something's about to. Okay, I forgot what movie it was even.
I don't know, but I wanted to leave.
It was weird.
So we get in there, and if you've been to any movie theater in the last year,
there's like two other people.
Literally, you go in there. You don't have to buy tickets ahead of time. You don't have to reserve seats. You go in, and you're basically by yourself. Well, we go in, and there's like someone in front of us and someone to the side of us or something like that. And then this guy walks in, and I don't remember if he
was like carrying something.
He had like a long jacket on or something.
Well, he came up.
Yeah,
went back down, and then when he came back in, he was like carrying something really big.
And I was just like, I didn't want to look at him, but I was like watching. I'm very big on, and I'm sure a lot of guys are like this. Anytime you go places, I try to sit where I can see the door. I try to sit where you just, if something's gonna happen, I want to know. And
I know actually like a lot of women that are like that. They're like exits do like they definitely like get it dialed in.
I'm sure for different reasons probably.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of guys run through scenarios in their heads all the time. Every time I'm somewhere, I'm running through a scenario. If someone comes in and does something, what would I do? And there's guys I've heard about a podcast and people talking about stuff that I guess a lot of guys do that where they're running through scenarios where like, if something happens, what would I do?
Yeah, women more so think about it as they're like,
well, correct. I don't want to get this guy coming at me.
Yeah.
So I watched this guy and I'm like, I don't want to stare at him because then it draws attention, but I'm paying attention. And then you see it and we're both like, okay, we're looking at this.
So we did recognize though it was a scooter
after the fact. Yeah. And then we heard, and he dropped something. Do you remember that? He dropped something. We were like, I think we should just go. These other two people, sorry, we're out. And luckily it was just a scooter. But he was laughing really weird. Were we watching? He was laughing like the guy from Joker.
It was very weird vibes.
I don't remember what we were watching, but it was just like,
and it was at times where it was just silent. Nobody else was engaging, and it was just, I don't know.
We ain't gonna make it out of here.
We just looked at each other like,
yeah. And so I was just like, it's not worth the $8 we spent on these tickets. Okay,
more like 40.
No, at that movie theater it's $8 a ticket.
Oh, matinee.
Yeah, and then. Of course, if you get snacks and stuff, it's super expensive. And then if you go to the place where we took your mom, you spend $3 million to watch a movie.
Well, that was an experience.
Yeah, no, we accidentally went to so we went to watch a movie. It was Indiana Jones, which was pretty freaking cool. That was a good movie.
That was surprisingly a very good movie. Yeah. Dial of Destiny.
We almost watched Asteroid City, which I'm very thankful we didn't.
I wouldn't have been able to sit through that.
That was the worst movie I've seen in a long time. I had a totally different idea of what the movie was.
Yeah.
And we were going to watch that, but we ended up watching Indiana Jones, and we took your mom, and we walk in and we buy tickets there. We're like, you don't have to do anything online. Just buy them here. So we get there, and we're like, dang, these tickets are like $30 a piece or something.
But it was at the Warren Theater. If you guys don't know what it is, it's just like I don't know. They have different theaters it's like a whole experience. So this select theater is like you have a waiter.
We didn't know this.
Yeah, you hit the button. Like there's truly.
It was the producer suite, director suite, and there's only like 20 people that can fit in there.
No, it's like
it's nice.
And again, it's an experience. And
it was expensive.
Yeah, but for it, definitely worth it. I think it was.
But what did we order?
Nothing.
Yeah, so we didn't really know. We kind of just bought it, which whatever. It was experience.
Because we already got our popcorn.
Yeah,
and we snuck in snacks. So
yeah,
we snuck in the candy.
Yeah, your mom kept saying, "Can you send the M&Ms? Give me some of the Skittles." Ma, calm down.
And she's just while the waiter's walking around, she's just
pulling out snacks. She don't care.
Loud, like opening them, like Mom, and she's like, "Do you want?" I'm like, Mom,
asking people in the back, "Y'all want some Skittles?" she didn't do that, but I wouldn't put it past her. There's one. There is what they want Skittles. But we went there and. It was cool. It was definitely a different experience. We should have taken advantage of, but we already brought our snacks, so we didn't need to take advantage of it. I think we ordered drinks there, didn't we? We went to the bar, got a drink. I thought we got drinks. No, after that we went to some bars and stuff.
Yeah, we bar hopped a little bit.
And I'd never really been down in Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow, Main Street. If you're from this area, then it
was nice. It was very well done up. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, no, and that's what's crazy because I lived in Broken Arrow for a very little bit of time, and it was not that cool.
Yeah,
back then, and now it is obviously. I don't know.
Well, every time Bristow, it's really small town. I mean, literally nothing there.
Everything. But they have like that old Main Street,
which is super cool.
That could be
they have a popcorn snack place now, or whatever it's called.
Popcorn Shack. Every time we drive by now, I'm like, we need to go in there.
I was gonna stop today, and there was no cars out front, and I looked, and
the open sign was open.
but by like 10 minutes. Because I think it opens at like noon or something.
Oh.
And we were going to Walmart. And so I saw it and I was just like, I'm just going to like pull over without telling you. And then I looked and I'm like, it doesn't look open.
Because again, we love popcorn.
We don't know what's in there. We have no idea what it is. But when we were in Broken Arrow, we saw it and we were just like, man, if Bristow just put a little bit of money, our town could be really freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just, I don't know what it is. Bristow just does not have the money.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not. It's just like anything in life. Anytime you say, this person has potential.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
No.
Like, I've learned
They
that.
should be showing their potential rather than you being like, you have a lot more potential.
Yeah, anytime you hear somebody say like, there's so much potential here, or this person has potential,
that means it's bad.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10,
It's not
that
good.
isn't going to live up to its potential.
No.
Or that person, or it's just,
Yeah.
you kind of learn that, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't honestly don't even remember what movie. I think there's a movie that I'd like to go watch, but I don't remember.
Oppenheim's.
That one I want to watch, but it's like 3 hours. Everyone has just said it's amazing. But I have a hard time staying awake in movies.
Yeah, and it's a lot of like dialogue I heard too, so I don't know. And it's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah. One thing that you can't understand, you understand now, I guess, a little bit more, but you can't understand from me is we'll be watching something like, say, if there's, I don't freaking know, whatever series of movies, and you're like, but you need to watch for the storyline to know where you're at. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm watching for the special effects and all that. And you're like, but you need to know. I'm like, I don't need to know.
But to me, it's like you gotta know that even for the whole special effects, like everything, like the whole. My thing is just the entire experience of it all, the whole storyline, the whole everything, how this is developed, everything.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the whole movie magic is the whole big picture of it all.
I mean, I get it. And if I was writing a movie, I would be all into it. But it's the same thing with like music. I don't listen for the lyrics. I listen for the music of it. I like to pick apart how the guitars are going and the drums and all that.
That's my thing with music is I love every little bit of it.
Well, yeah.
But also the lyrics.
Yeah.
To like sometimes more so the lyrics.
See, I've never listened to a song where it's like, oh, those lyrics. I just don't. That's just not in my brain. It just hits a string. It hits a chord. But I never, not cool, man. I don't see it that way. It's just my brain just doesn't care about that. It cares about how is it made, how is it created, and that's what I just love about the movies.
That's a part of it is the whole, I mean, the story behind it.
Maybe I understand, but that's why you're the educated one in the relationship. Your brain works better.
Like what happened here to pick apart like the lyrics, like everything. That's a part of it.
No, but I care about how it was created, not how the storyline was made.
How it was created.
No.
Like what did this person go through?
I don't care. I just think that's a cool explosion. How did they make that look real?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the lyrics.
Well, that too. How did that sound get made? Just like I was telling you, listening to music today, I'm like, oh, did you know that was made by dropping wrenches on the ground?
And I think that stuff's super amazing. Again, it's like,
but I don't care what the lyrics are.
Yeah, to me, it's like the whole picture.
Yeah,
but also like the meaning behind it all.
Yeah,
like I will like dive in on the lyrics, like obviously what it means to me versus like what it means. Like I like looking up what the artist interpreted it as, like what they were going through, their whole thing about it, and then like comparing to what like how I took it and everything. I don't know.
Well, and I think we're not going to get into YouTube too far on this, but I think that's why there's certain people that like watching us on YouTube is most people, and this is what we always think is very weird. Why do people like to watch other people work and build? I don't understand it. I don't get it. But there's probably half the people watch because they are, I don't know the right word. They're invested in us as humans and they like our story. They feel like they're a part of our lives. Some people are actually part of our lives. We have these connections with people. But some people are just like, I don't care. Don't talk, just work. And they just want to watch you work.
Which is great. I mean, Everybody has their own style.
Well, correct. Just like movies. I want to watch just the work behind it, but you want to watch the story of it.
And the work behind it.
Well, but both.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of the same thing with YouTube. People are like that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny how you can take the exact same thing, but people will see it differently. And I think that's what's cool about being a human, I guess, is everybody has a different experience from the exact same thing. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what, like, you know how everybody says, like, there's two sides to every story.
I had to check to make sure we're actually recording. I forgot.
That'd be funny. No, no, people say there's three sides to every story. There's yours and the truth.
Yeah.
But no, there is two sides to the story, and it's each person's truth.
Yeah, it doesn't
each
mean
person's truth, because
unless you just straight lying. But
okay, well, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But
you see,
I don't
different.
know. That's what that saying itself drives me crazy when people say that. I'm like, no, like this person's telling their truth.
Yeah.
This person's telling their truth 100% how they see it. But it's just because everybody's reality is so different.
It's like that illustration. Have you seen it where two people are staring at each other? They look down. There's a 6, but there's a 9. Who's right? You see a 6 and I see a 9. We're both correct. You just see it differently.
Yeah.
And so, it's just, that's life.
But then somebody be like, so there's three sides to this story.
Yeah.
No. There's two.
Yeah.
It's just people
They see it different.
things different based on who they are.
Yeah. And I think that's a huge lesson learned that we've learned over the last little while is just because someone is upset or someone is mad, whether it's, us arguing about something or someone else or watching other people argue or whatever it may be, you're arguing, but you're both right or you're both wrong at the same time, but it doesn't mean one's right and one's wrong at the same time. It's you did see
Except
things
for
differently.
People argue against us. They are wrong.
That's not our fault though.
That's not.
That's not our fault.
I'm just kidding.
But I don't know. It is interesting how that's how life works. And what is interesting too is, and I'm not going to dive too deep in this because it's going to get me in trouble. But we do watch the Amish show, and again, we'll probably talk about it for a long time. But
it's a big part of our lives.
There's a character on there that just not a lot clicking. There's just not a lot clicking up there, and
I thought you were going to go a different direction.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you thought I was going.
No,
I don't know in the moment.
There's somebody on there that remind you of somebody.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to bring that up.
That's why I was like,
you would bring that up. I'm not.
No.
Yeah, you would, but I'm not. That's too it's too personal, baby. But anyways, this person on there's not a lot clicking, and it's interesting to think, because I see people all the time, and I always tell Danielle, I'm just like, if I can just be in their head for 30 seconds, I would love it. You're like, you would hate it. You would hate being in their head for 30 seconds, but like, I want to know what it's like.
I feel like it would scar you.
To where it's just, there's nothing clicking. And that's what's crazy is literally if that person is watching a situation happen and then someone that has some clicking going on up there is watching it, there's going to be two different stories of what happened.
Literally, that's a great YouTube video is where you have one person watch something or two people watch the same
Social
thing.
experiment.
Yeah. You have two people watch the same exact thing. Separate them. Tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
And you would get two different stories.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy is,
that shows too,
Yeah.
honestly, our lives on YouTube where we put stuff out there and then
people run with it.
Yeah. The same people will watch the same things, but people will go this way, this way, this way, that way.
Yeah. And I've definitely learned too, I listen to different podcasts and I don't read, but I'll Google some things and stuff. But it was, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was pretty much like the first part of your day, just try to think of something positive. Because if you wake up and you're already in a bad mood, the rest of your day is probably going to be bad. And it's if you already have this mindset of something, that's just where your brain's going to go. And when people don't like us, and we can be like, we saved a baby today. They'll be like, but you did not save it fast enough. And it's just like, well, but we saved the baby. But did you drown the baby so you can try to save them? And it's just like, why are you thinking this way? And
that's literally my career.
I'm sure. I'm sure. That's probably where I heard it from. But
I saved a baby today, but
it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But it's things like that that's just like, if you're looking for the bad, you will find the bad. And for a long period of time, we would talk about things in our videos or whatever, and it'd be like, all right, like the positive in this. We're looking for the positive. We don't want to focus on the negative. And people go, you're fake, you're this and that. And it's like, we're not fake. We're just trying to focus on the good, because when you do, you start seeing good. You are the company you keep. You are whatever you surround yourself with, that's what it's going to be. However you try to think, that's how you're going to be. And just knowing, all right, how do I want my day to be? How do I want my life to be? How do I want my career, our relationship, or whatever? We could sit here and just have like a terrible day. Or what are you looking at?
I was just seeing like if it's because you're not close enough to echo.
I don't know.
There. Yeah.
Hello.
It sounds better whenever you're closer to it.
I don't know if, like we could have whatever your mindset is, you're going to make it that way. And we watched the Amish show, and this guy on there is constantly starting fights, constantly saying things, constantly. And then he gets upset. Well, why are you always fighting with me? Why do you not want to be my friend? Family first, this and that. Well, if you're starting shit, people are going to give you shit. People
People aren't going to be around you.
Yeah, and you can't be mad about it. You're the one creating the world you're living in, and you have to try to go for something positive, try to figure it out, try to, uplift people or whatever. And, if you're not doing that, then you're going to live in this world of hate and terrible stuff.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you are just, I guess, algorithm wise, what you pay attention to, if you pay attention to a lot of hate and stuff, that's all you get fed. And it's just constant. Yeah. And then it's no wonder why people have so much paranoia, are losing their minds, and so negative to the point where a joke will set them off.
Yeah.
It's because they're just, their entire lives are just wrapped up into this. And there's like, literally, people who you say a joke and it's like, that's offensive. It's like, just laugh.
It's not offensive. You got offended.
Yeah.
It's not offensive. You got offended.
Yeah. I don't know. It just, your algorithm can make or break you too.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what's, I don't know. It's fun to watch people do that. It's entertaining, but at the same time, it's sad.
Watch people lose their mind.
Yeah. It's entertaining, but it's sad because you're like, like we watch a lot of people on YouTube, and we watch TV shows and different things, and some of it's real, some of it's fake, but we just sit here and we talk, and we're just like, if they could only see what we see, if they could only just step outside and see what's going on.
I'm sure people say that a lot about us.
I'm sure, but that's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
It's just more, it's easier to see from the outside than it is your own vision. But it's crazy. Like I used to always say this, life is a game and it's how you play it. And it really is, because if you want a good life, you can have a good life. If you want a happy life, you can have a happy life.
If you want a miserable life, you're going to have one.
You're going to have one.
Yeah.
And life is what you make it, and you play the game. There is, as an adult, there is nobody telling you how to live your life today. You wake up to figure out, do I want the job I have? Do I need to work harder to get another job? The same thing with us. We could have just stayed at Shoot Dang Ranch forever and just been like, it's just our life.
Yeah.
But we're like, screw that. We're going to go out there. We're going to make this better. Screw that. We're going to do what we need to do and make it better.
Someday it'll be better.
Someday.
You've always tried to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
No, I was not.
Why you always trying
You don't know what I'm going on.
What about Someday makes you think of Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Because it somewhere, someday.
I don't get it.
It's just easy to sing. Jeez. She wants to have a bad day, I guess. I need a pickle shot.
It's just funny to me.
I wasn't even going with that one. I was just going to make up some song, and then you
No, that was in the tune.
you messed it up.
That was in the tune of it. There you go. I'm all right.
I think you need one. You're a little on edge.
No. That's your perception.
Yeah, this is literally the best stuff ever.
Yeah.
We don't condone drinking, but it is delicious. That is one of our. We're not addicted, but
I was about to say,
I'm addicted to the pickle flavor one.
No, it is very good.
It is really good.
Yeah. You just take a tiny little sipple of it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Especially
Tastes like literally like your
drinking pickle juice.
Yeah.
Except you feel real good after. But I don't know. I was looking, not today, but the other day at different movies and stuff, and I kind of want to go to the movies after this.
Yeah. What's something that we're gonna go see?
I don't know. I don't remember what was on it. I just remember looking. I know Oppenheimer or whatever it's called is there, but
Barbie.
No, I ain't watching that.
But that's another thing.
I'm not wanting to watch it because of what everyone said. I just don't feel like I want to watch that movie.
That's another thing. That's a perfect example of like getting tied into your own algorithm. It's literally.
Yeah. I'm trying not to. I got poison ivy or poison oak all over me, and I'm trying so hard not to scratch it.
You won't let me spray the spray on your forehead.
It's so cold. You maced me.
I said close your eyes,
and you put so much that it flooded my eyes.
It was the fastest spray.
Anyways, Barbie.
I challenge you to spray your forehead, and it would do the same thing.
I don't know. Talk about Barbie.
I don't know.
You were saying you can't believe that people. You really don't remember what you were saying?
I don't know.
I know what you were saying. You were saying it's just crazy that, because we've already had this conversation, it's crazy that people took an innocent movie of Barbie and went after an agenda of sexism or feminine.
It's literally
whatever.
It's a movie about dolls that come to life. And also, who is the target audience? Who played with Barbies?
Yeah.
Women.
Okay, first off, we haven't watched it. Maybe we do need to watch it.
Yeah.
We haven't watched it.
We haven't watched it, but at the same time, it's a movie.
Yes.
It's a movie.
Yes.
Don't get so offended about everything.
And I mean, I watched the trailer just because I watch trailers all the time. And what I got out of it, clearly have not watched the movie.
Should we call Liv right now and ask her what the movie was like?
Oh, they went?
Probably. I would put
that'd be cool to take her.
Yeah.
I would go if we took her.
Yeah. I guarantee she's already
So what happened was
maybe we'll end this.
We need her on a podcast.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
This 7-year-old on a podcast.
Yeah. But anyways, for what I got out of it was everyone knows Barbie. And then there's Ken. And Barbie has the dream house, this and that. And then there's just Ken as the accessory.
Yeah.
And they tried to make it of basically a man is this and that and whatever. It's like they people were out there saying that it was trying to bash men, which even
guess what? In Barbie, Ken is an accessory.
Because Barbie is the main thing.
Yeah, literally.
It's like in the Amish.
Yeah.
The man is the one above, and the woman just has to listen.
No, literally, whenever you're playing with Barbies, Ken is an actual accessory to
because
Barbie.
It's
like
focused for girls.
Yeah, like, don't get offended by it. Like, as a man, why are you getting so offended by it?
And why are you offended by a movie?
It's okay.
It's a movie. Don't watch it. That's the thing that we don't understand is if there's a movie out there, let's say Sound of Freedom, and people don't like it, don't watch it. You don't like Barbie, don't watch it. And
I'm going to assume it is not for guys. It's a Barbie movie. It's going to be more tailored towards women anyway.
And if you're like, well, but I don't want my kids being grown up watching this stuff. just don't go watch the movie first. As a parent, you should be watching them. You should be watching TV shows, movies, YouTube videos, everything first.
That is one thing.
As a parent, before you allow your child to watch it.
Yeah, like obviously, don't let your kids watch this. Like we're drinking stuff like that. Like,
or if you do, you talk to them.
Yeah,
even if
it is not our responsibility.
No, your trigger is not our responsibility, and that's the same thing everywhere. With everything, is your trigger is not the other person's responsibility. I don't have to walk on eggshells and not say something. Now, if you're in a relationship, you walk on eggshells a little bit so you don't hurt other people's feelings. But I'm just kidding. It's respect. But
yeah, I was about to say, even for another person, it is respect. So say if you are saying stuff and somebody doesn't agree, instead of lashing out, that is one thing that we have gotten into this thing about it, just absolutely lashing out, which doesn't make any sense. Instead of just have a conversation.
Who can scream the loudest?
Yeah, instead of like,
we haven't.
Yeah.
Humans have, is what she's
like,
saying. I don't want people to take that. They've been fighting.
In this scenario, it's just maybe you say, hey, I don't necessarily like that. It's maybe we just don't talk about that. And then the other person, out of respect, instead of like,
you know how I've grown a lot, and I know I've grown a lot.
Yeah,
I've been in situations in the last not while that there were things that normally Jason from a long time ago would be like, what'd you say? Let's talk. And I just, okay. And then I left.
Yeah, because somebody else's opinion on things shouldn't.
It doesn't matter. You can have your opinion all day, even if it's different than mine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I would like to know. Because I'm sure people that are watching this have gotten into it and get offended by
absolutely.
Things. Like, what is it? Like, because to me, it truly blows my mind. Like, what is it that makes you want to just lash out?
Yeah.
Instead of having a conversation.
Yeah.
Or even not having a conversation, that's how they think.
Well, it was, what's his name? Oliver something with the song that went viral.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Oliver or Oliver Anthony. I don't know his name. I haven't even heard the full song. I've listened a little bit, but just.
We know.
It is an American song, you know. But he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. We listened a little bit in the car today, going back and forth from properties. And he was just saying, he's like, you know, him and Joe were just like, man, no matter what, people are going to bash you for stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like what we're talking about, where it's just no matter what you do, someone's going to be upset.
I think, again, like it goes back to what we were talking about as well, where it is like your algorithms feeds this and it's like that negative, and then you stay in it. You stay in it and you're like, I gotta fight. And then it's like so tribal, and it's like team this, and it's like, no.
That's what they're saying. It doesn't matter if it's iPhone, Android. It doesn't matter if it's like electric car, gas car. It doesn't matter if it's left wing. Airplane flying over. I was like, I thought it was like one of our phones going.
It does sound like a vibrator.
Left ring, right ring. What left? Right ring. What? Well, that's not good. Anyways, y'all know what I'm getting at. But it's like it even boils down to types of music. And I was this person back in the day, pop punk or nothing. I don't listen to country. I don't listen to metal. I listen to pop punk, and that's it. People get in these tribes and they want to fit in so bad, and they want to just like everything they have is just like, well, mine's better than yours. Why can't it just be like, you got a cool car and I got a cool car? Cool.
Or I may not like your car, but I like my car, but I'm not going to hate on you.
Yeah, you think your car's cool. Cool. I think my car's cool.
And I know people are going to say, well, you know, what people go against or whatever, I think will lead the world in the wrong direction, or this and that. I think this is evil or whatever. But again, it's both sides thinks the exact same thing about the other.
If you have you can't tell that our government's evil on each side, then you got some. You one of those that ain't taking too much.
No, literally, it's the same. It's the same on all sides. It's
all the same.
Maybe this is my challenge to everybody: is
quit being challenged.
Exactly. This is my challenge: is quit being challenged and just deep breath. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, and this is what, it's wild and it's really true. And when I worked with bands, we didn't talk politics. We didn't talk anything like that. And you just go and you have fun. And luckily, very lucky, get to travel and meet thousands of people every day. Thousands all over the country. I've been to every lower 48 state. And everybody is the almost exact same. Almost. But if you start bringing up politics or something, you can have a good time all night. And then you bring up politics, it'll start fights. Why can you just get along all day and then out of nowhere, you're mad at the other person?
You're having
where
a
it's
good time.
like, I don't, get out of my face.
You were friends before you found out this about the person.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
But
and
it's
wild.
Also, if you do travel, you do realize the world is, besides small towns are the exact same everywhere.
Every small town is the same.
Yeah, the same people.
Every big town's the same too.
But
big city.
no, it's everywhere you go, the reality is different. It is a different world, so they see things differently.
Yeah.
Because their world is different. So things are more important here than it is over here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we live in the same country.
Yeah.
But it is so different all around.
It's the same thing. I know it brings it up, but in our normal life, building, we're building something. They're like, no, you built it wrong. No, I didn't build it to code in your area because you get 10 feet of snow every 2 weeks and you have to do this, and this. Well, where we're at, you don't have to. Or you have to dig this deep, or you have to do this, or you have to do this type of wiring, or this type of... No, just because it's right in your eyes and your area and all that doesn't mean someone else is wrong.
Yeah.
But those are the people that want to scream the loudest. And unfortunately, I think, this is just my personal opinion, I think 90% of people out there are very normal, sane people. But the 10% are so loud and they're screaming so loud that that's all you hear. And you think, this world is doomed. No, it's not. It's really not. Most of the people, I don't know anybody in Oklahoma. I have no friends. I don't know anybody.
You know people.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, I don't really have a lot of people that I know, but I can go to Walmart and I can talk to anybody and be perfectly fine because we're not talking politics. We're not doing whatever. You realize everybody is just super nice unless it's something that, again, your trigger is not my responsibility. Yeah. Once you cross that line and then people like freak out, it's like, why? Like, and it's took me a long time, especially on YouTube, you put your whole life out there. You have thousands of opinions, every single day, thousands of opinions coming at you. Why does it matter if someone thinks you did something wrong or that you didn't do it the way they would do it? Who cares?
The thing is, like you said too, when you had nothing to do but just be on your phone.
I go down the rabbit hole.
You went down the rabbit hole, so you got lost into
Y'all need hobbies.
Well, it's just, again, it is human nature to find patterns, then paranoia sets in too. And then unfortunately in this world, so medically what you do when somebody actually has paranoia, you tell them the reality.
Oh, I thought you lock them in a room. Put them in a padded room.
You put them back, but then you tell them the reality.
Yeah.
No, you're upfront, you're honest in everything. Yeah. But unfortunately, we are in a world where
you can't be honest.
For what the honesty triggers things on all sides, and it gets wild. So paranoia gets crazy, and then it stews and stews and stews.
Yeah.
But I went down this way.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of something. I mean, it kind of brought something up in my head. So before we started dating, stuff was going around the world, and things were happening. Everything was, closing in on everybody. For me, my lifestyle didn't really change just because I was out in the woods by myself.
But you were outside in the woods by yourself, so you were on your phone getting
I was getting to that. I was getting to that.
Yeah.
So my life in general didn't change, but I was by myself, so I'd just be on my phone more often. And things were happening just in the world, different things. And I caught myself going down the rabbit hole. And I was picking apart everything. It's embarrassing now, but it's embarrassing the things I've started to like believe and see and do and whatever. But I can laugh about it now. But at that point, I would be zooming in on things and be like, this this, because you want to believe what you want to believe, and you start doing things. And I do think there's a lot of stuff out there that I probably was right about some things, wrong about others, whatever. But when you allow yourself to go down a rabbit hole, you allow yourself to start thinking away. Again, it's the biggest thing ever. You can drive whatever vehicle, doesn't matter, whatever vehicle. Well, then we buy a blue 4Runner. How many 4Runners do you see now? You see them everywhere. You start thinking of a red car, a red Beetle. You're going to see them. You're going to see them everywhere. You want to see something, you will see it, because that's what you're focused on. And it's the same thing. You're looking for trouble, you're going to find trouble. You're looking for happiness, you're going to find happiness. You're looking down the rabbit hole, you're going to find the rabbit hole. And it's just, where do you want your life to lead? If you want to go down the rabbit hole, sure, fine. Yeah. Just don't try to take out other people that aren't in the rabbit hole. Yeah. Go hang out with your other rabbit hole people or whatever, but don't attack somebody because they're not seeing what you're seeing, because you're... But that's
also a part of the problem. People are, you see everybody wanting to hang out with people just like them. Well, yeah. But that creates a problem. You got to hang out with different people.
And that's the thing. I don't remember what we said it on Coffee Crockers or something. I think you mentioned it, and you're like, not all good comments are good. You need some bad comments. You need some criticism. You need certain things. And it's the truth, because if everybody is kissing your butt, then all you're used to is a yes man. You want a yes man there. And if someone
that creates the biggest monster.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And if you're going down things and it's always everybody that you're surrounded with thinks the exact same way, you will never be able to think a different way. And if I've learned anything in life, it's hear someone out. Hear them out. You may think they're dumb. You may think that, that they don't know what they're talking about. But at least if you hear them out, you get a new perspective. And I think that's something that I learned over the years, doing stuff with bands, being on YouTube, doing different things, meeting different people.
So you met everybody, all different people from all over.
Literally from all over. Yeah. And you hear different things, and you hear different lifestyles. You hear different cultures and different things. And I think that's what, this is going to be really bad, and this could get me in trouble, but it's just the honest truth. There's a lot of people out there that don't leave their hometown. They stay in their hometown and they never leave. That's all they know. Nothing against them, and everyone has their own thing. But you never learned a different culture. You never learned a different way of seeing things. You never learned a different way of doing things.
Again, nothing wrong with that, but just if you are that person, then realize like maybe my way of thinking isn't, I don't know,
the only way of thinking.
The only way, because the world is very different.
Yeah, it'd be like
your way of thinking is molded by your surroundings.
Yeah, it's like someone in New York City saying the only way to live is in a high rise, and someone in the country be like, nope, the only way to live is out by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like you could fight all day about it, but neither one of them's wrong.
Yeah.
You just don't know the other lifestyle. Yeah. And I don't know. I think that's where the world has gone mad, is no one listens anymore. Yeah, and that was a hard thing for me to learn. So for me to say it is crazy, but it's a hard thing to learn, is to listen.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate? Because your eyes are saying a lot of things right now.
No, it's just more like I have learned in this past year a lot of why you are the way that you are. And then you have learned that as well, like why you are the way that you are.
Oh, I thought you were saying why the way you are. Because I learned why you were the way you are. No, I don't know. Yeah.
But, yeah, so.
Yeah. You got to look within sometimes. And then you also, it is good too that, I don't know, at least in our relationship, you will tell me what you can see, and I'll tell you what I can see. And sometimes hearing things about yourself is the hardest thing to hear, but it's the things you need to hear.
Yeah, but again, ties back to what we were talking about. Two people can have the same experience or be living in the same moment, but different experiences. See it different,
yeah.
So the best thing you can do is hear them out. And that literally goes with everything in life. And I feel like you're taught that at a young age, but for whatever reason, we kind of like lose that.
Yeah, I don't think everyone's taught that way, unfortunately. And
I don't know.
Yeah, I think some people are I don't know, just not. I don't know. It's crazy. And the thing, we talk about the Amish show all the time, but there is a young woman on there and she keeps getting her kids taken away and she can't figure out why. And it's just like, because she can't see outside of it. She's like, I just don't understand. They keep wanting to take my child away. And then I'm pregnant and they want to take another child away. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And it's like me on the outside be like, I can write down 10 things right now what you did wrong.
And then like my experience seeing those children where I work and stuff like that, I am like, you know, not being the nicest thinking about her. I get, but then it's like, okay, wait, pause, whatever.
Yeah.
Think about like literally her upbringing. She has zero knowledge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's like the biggest thing in life is get outside of your own thinking. Think about the other person or just like listen. And you know what? There's different perspectives on everything.
And this is the hardest lesson I've ever learned. Sometimes the best thing you can do when someone's talking to you is listen and then not respond. That is the hardest thing to do.
Because a lot of times people listen for, like, and you're listening and then you're thinking of what you're going to say back.
I've never done that.
I think you're not listening to me. And so it's just like focus on what the person is saying as opposed to like what you're going to say back.
Yeah. It's like some of the situations I've been in, at last while, whatever. I'm just like, I cannot believe this person's saying this right now. But I don't need to say anything back because there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to change their mind. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to, make this situation any better. I'm just going to listen. Cool. Go on with my day. And sometimes that makes the situation so much better because someone doesn't always need to hear your opinion. Your opinion doesn't always matter in that moment. Sometimes people need to hear a different opinion, but they're not going to listen to an opinion. Save yourself the heartache. Just cool. And just walk away. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing. The biggest lesson I think I've ever learned in life is sometimes just listen and walk away.
You don't have to say anything. Yourself.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to explain anything. You just listen and walk away. And
how does that make you feel now?
I wish I said a lot of things. Sometimes I can't sleep at night because that's all I'm thinking about. No, it makes me feel good. I actually feel like and this is what's crazy. Creeping up on 40.
Here we go.
And I truly feel like I'm in the best physical state of my life because I'm just...
He's jacked.
I'm jacked. I've been working out. Been eating good. Drinking pickle vodka. No, I don't think I'm in physical shape, but mentally, at least in my adulthood, I'm probably in the best state I've ever been in.
Because again, we definitely did learn, why you do feel the need to
I need to explain myself for everything.
Literally everything. And I was like, this makes sense. And then that, and then also defensive.
Oh, yeah.
Just stuff like that. So everything that you guys have seen played out.
Yeah.
In Jason, how he's always so defensive and stuff.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's things with, you as well that we've kind of figured out that, it's, I'm not trying to go into a bunch of details about stuff. I don't care. No, I mean, not trying to go into a bunch of stuff, but it's like you start to figure out, I get it.
That's why you react this way.
Yeah. And the hard thing is, like you'll be saying something and it clicks in my head. I get it now. And then when you're done, and then I'll be like, so is this why you do this? And the hardest realization, because you do it to me too, the hardest realization is, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's why I do it. I'm not going to tell you that.
At first you're like,
I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to tell you you're right.
There's a moment where you're like,
I know that you're right.
I guess that's probably right.
Yeah, but no, that's not it. I don't know. It's one of those where it's like, I don't know. I wish everybody had what we have. We're not perfect by any means.
No, we're not perfect, but
we do listen enough to the other person to try to realize.
Just enough.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen all the time. Whenever she tells me to do
I said that because you always say, I don't listen.
You?
Yeah.
You don't.
What?
Huh? But I don't know. It does feel good to be with someone. And this honestly might be the first time in my entire life I've had someone listen to me and then explain back what you feel, and then explain back why you think I do a certain thing. And then for me to respect you enough to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then for me to soak it in. And this might my first time probably in my entire life
that you've had a conversation.
Let's not get in on conversations because you don't like conversations.
That's what's funny. It is funny that, I mean, that's like truly like how a conversation should go.
It
right?
should, but that's not human nature, unfortunately.
Like, why is that? That's so everything that we've been talking about. That's all it takes.
It's all it takes, but it's a hard pill to swallow.
It's just listen to people.
To admit you're wrong is the hardest thing to do in life.
Oh, well, yeah.
But
I didn't necessarily mean that. I just meant more so.
Yeah, but if I think I'm correct and the way I'm doing things is correct, and you're like, I don't, maybe if you think about this, no, I'm correct. The hardest pill to swallow in life is I'm wrong.
Yeah, and especially if you're on that horse. And if you riding that horse about it and you're
the horse girl. You rode horses as a child.
I mean, when I was younger.
Yeah.
Once after I turned 8. So in Kentucky, literally in Kentucky, you can lease a horse.
Well, they do that anywhere. I think. Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel
it's not just legal. Your dad told you a lot of lies. Trampolines are illegal in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we were told that. But no, I don't know. So yeah, I had a horse until I was 8.
Our grandma had horses too, and we'd ride.
Yeah.
Different style, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where we're at right now talking, but
riding that high horse. You said I was a horse girl.
Yeah, you're on the high horse. I'm on the soapbox. We on different things, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. If you get anything out of this, it's 50 minutes of entertainment. That's it.
It's change your algorithm.
Yeah.
Basically, don't be negative. You go down
Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Even if it's a soapbox.
If all you see is the same stuff, that's what you're going to think. That's what you're going to believe. And then maybe just realize people are different. People have gone through different things.
And it's okay. That's what's crazy.
It's going to be all right.
It's okay to think different.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And, you can acknowledge other people's differences and not hate the person.
And I guess we'll leave it on this, whatever. But some of the smartest people I've ever met are the quietest. And some of the dumbest people I've ever met are the loudest.
Oh, I think that's typically how it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. And I used to be really loud. That's why I could say that. I was very loud. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching. We do enjoy these. We do this strictly for fun.
Yeah. And
just
again,
have
this
a blast.
one's brought to you by Kristen's Faith. That's a baby.
You're a bad friend. Anyways, guys, check out the Texas Craft sour pickle flavored vodka if you have that in your local places. We do not condone drinking, but if you do, this is some delicious stuff.
That's right.
And if you don't, just go drink some pickle juice. Pickle juice is delicious.
That too.
And it helps with cramps.
That too.
Yeah, so guys, hope you have a good one, and hopefully we hit record.
We did. Dang, 58
What about on the
minutes?
camera? I don't know. Oh. We're going to find out.
It's going to be this episode's in straight audio.
All right, guys, bye.